What's up, guys? I'm Sean. I'm an artist in Montgomery, Alabama, and last year I did a studio tour where I showed how all of my cameras, lights, everything is set up when I'm creating my artwork. Well, in this video, I'm going to take everything out of this studio and move it into a new space. So this will actually be my last video in this studio that I created in my dining room. Now, I still love this space, but I'm ready to move on from it. One thing I've realized is when you have a home studio, it invites a lot of distractions. So unless you live alone, don't have pets, don't have kids, it's really difficult to keep random distractions out of your professional spaces. There's also a few other things that have never worked well when trying to make videos, and one of those things that has always bothered me is this huge mirror. If I'm ever shooting in this direction, I get lights in the background, it's really distracting, it doesn't look good. So I'm always trying to avoid shooting in this area, so it's always felt like a big waste of space. Another thing that's always bothered me about this room is that it always looks so dark in here. I've got all these lights, great cameras, tons of windows, but for some reason, it's always been such a struggle to get light in this room. And now the biggest problem that's always bothered me is this huge hole in the wall that leads to my living room, which is always messy, and I'm not trying to show the whole world my messy living room. So that means I'm always trying to avoid shooting over here, I'm always trying to avoid shooting over there. So there's only a couple of different angles that I can shoot my videos. I mean, even now I'm only showing this wall. I can't show this side because of the mirror, I can't show this side because of the huge hole. It really brings in a lot of self-doubt that a shot's even gonna look good when you have this many issues in your studio. So even though it's a little emotional and bittersweet to be leaving this space that I created for myself, it is gonna be a relief to set up in a space that's better suited for my needs. So with all of that being said, let's go look at the new space. This is about the same size as my current studio, just a little bit longer. The echo's really bad in here, so it's time to do a voiceover. At the moment, I'm thinking I'll have a couch here, sort of a break/lounge spot. Right here, I'll have my art desk with some shelves on either side for my paints, brushes, tools, etc. So I'll have everything set up pretty much the same way that I did in my last studio. Then on this far wall, I'll have a long table with my computer and a couple of huge monitors. So this will be my editing station, and I can hang some more artwork here. Then on this wall, I'll hang finished art pieces. I think it'll look great to have them hanging up here until I have a show or until they sell. So I'll keep a constant rotation of artwork on this wall. Next to that is a bathroom. Not gonna show that because it needs a little TLC. Next to that is just another closet that I'm gonna use for more storage. I'm thinking I'll store canvas, wood panels, camera gear, something like that. I don't really know yet, but I'll figure it out. Before I move anything though, I wanna paint this space because this dingy white is doing nothing for me. White doesn't really record well, it gets dirty real easy, bounces a lot of light around the room, and there's no contrast. So I want to have darker, neutral colors on these walls to create a better environment for my videos and artwork in general. You can see what I'm talking about with these walls. They look so bright and it looks so bad in the background. Any video other than painting over them would look very not good. Two of these walls have been painted, but I think it would look really good to paint the other walls a dark blue to kind of break up the space a little. The biggest thing that I've learned about myself throughout this process is that I love painting, but I hate painting rooms. If I was doing a mural or something creative, that would be awesome. But just painting walls, having to cut in all these windows, doors, trim, that is not fun, and this is not the life for me. This space is still in my house, so it's still a home studio, but it's closed off so I'll be able to focus more when it's time to work. And I'll be able to shoot more than just a few different angles when making my videos. Alright, the new studio is done, so now I can show it off. Right here, I can hang artwork when I'm not at a show, and it looks amazing on this wall. And right next to that, I've got all of my spray paints lined up, ready to go at a moment's notice. Here's where I'm gonna be editing videos, planning projects, and I've got these giant monitors, so my desktop's not gonna feel crowded, and they are awesome. Next to my editing station, I've got a few tripods, a couple of odds and ends, and then of course I've got my paints and a few extra art supplies, ready to create some beautiful artwork. I pretty much have the same setup that I had in my last studio. I've got my 2 bookshelves, my desk, and then I've got this bar up here so that I can hang my camera and do a downward angle of the projects that I'm working on. You know, if it's not broken, don't fix it, and this is one of the few things in the last space that wasn't broken. Then I've got this bookshelf with tools on top, some toys, knickknacks, paintings. I got some more tools, art supplies, camera gear, future projects I'm planning on doing. And then next to that, I've got this lounge area with a couch, nice comfortable space for me to relax, sketch things out, and just kind of hang out. Above that, I've got more space for hanging artwork when I'm not at shows. And then of course, I've got my lights that I can move around the studio, kill shadows, stuff like this on my face, lighten everything up, make everything look really good. So I'm extremely happy about this space. I feel like I'm gonna be able to get a lot more done in here. I feel like I'm gonna be able to do so much more. This space was kind of built with doing videos and creating artwork in mind, so I am extremely happy with the way that this studio turned out. All right, that is it. The studio is done, the tour is finished. Last thing to do is to relax for a few minutes before starting the next project. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't, leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys next time.